exciting! A whole big city to explore. And I've got a whole list of things that we're gonna do. Okay, first we're going to go to the world's tallest freestanding structure. And then I think we should go to the art gallery. Or no, maybe first we should go to the beaches, because
This giant metropolis is the perfect testing ground for what I have in this backpack.
I'm so tired of hearing about your pack sack. What's in it?
This is big, Jennifer. This is a universal communicator. It translates any language to any other language. So anyone, no matter what language they speak, can understand each other.
That's a great thing, Jamie.
Think about
and
that.
It's incredible, and we'll try it out on our way to see this stuff.
It translates Punjabi to Cantonese.
In this episode of CG Kids, we head to Canada's largest and most multicultural city, Toronto, Ontario. We check out some incredibly diverse communities, and I accidentally get separated from Jamie and learn the technique of sari wrapping in Little India.
I get to check out the historical Kensington Market and join 11-year-old Isa for an amazing drum jam.
In Jay's Geology, I check out what pollution can do to groundwater under my mini village.
Skyscrapers, drum jamming, and sari wrapping, all on this episode of CG Kids.
Canadian Geographic Kids.
Excuse me.
Oh, hi.
Hi, you wouldn't happen to speak another language, would you?
Actually, I speak Russian.
Perfect. Jamie.
Good. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, this is a universal communicator, okay? Just you put this on your head
Okay.
and say anything you want, and this unit will translate it.
Мне нужно пойти в магазин и купить овощи.
Okay. The pineapple plays dominoes. Don't buy the farm.
No, I don't think so. Here.
No?
Come on.
What? Okay, Jen, I have it set from English to French. So say anything you want.
I hope this is the right streetcar.
Macnina ding ding danuka. What kind of translation is that? You know what? I don't know if this is working.
Okay, you know what? It is our streetcar. Come on.
What?
Come on.
What?
We are traveling by streetcar across Canada's largest city, Toronto.
And not only is Toronto Canada's largest city, it is also one of the most multicultural cities in the world. In 1971, Canada became the first country in the world to adopt a multiculturalism policy. And what this means is that Canada recognizes that it has an incredible mix of people from all over the world. 1 out of every 3 people in Toronto speaks a language other than English.
Toronto is in the province of Ontario and spreads along the shores of one of North America's 5 Great Lakes, Lake Ontario. Many years ago, the area where Toronto now sits was a great shortcut for the Iroquois and Huron First Nations people to portage with canoes across the land to Lake Huron. They named this area Toronto, which means a place of meeting, and that's exactly what it still is. Let's go to Little India.
No, Kensington Market. Think about it. All Toronto's cultures, they're all in one place.
No, but think Little India. Think like curry and sari.
Okay, you want to flip for it? Heads, we go to Little India. Tails, we go to the United Nations. All right?
Okay.
All right? Yeah!
Ah!
Kensington!
See ya, sucker! Bye!
Jen does not know what she's missing. This is Kensington Market, and it is Toronto at its multicultural best. European fishmongers, kosher butchers, Asian and West Indian vegetable grocers, delis, and restaurants from around the world. This whole market began in the 1920s with merchants selling goods from hand-pushed carts. Soon the carts were parked on the front lawns of their homes, and soon their living rooms became storefronts. Before you knew it, Kensington Market was born. Spice houses, cheese shops, bakeries. I think that's a candy store. Hey, what's that?
I am in the east end of Toronto in an area known as Little India. Now, Toronto is home to nearly 250,000 people from South Asia, including Bengalis, Pakistani, Sri Lankans, and Sikhs. And this store looks amazing. I'm totally going in. Chandon Fashion Center in Little India specializes in saris, the traditional woman's dress in India. 10-year-old Chandni and her family have owned the shop since 1985, and they're going to wrap me in a sari. It looks like a lot of material. How much material is in this?
This is 7 yards.
7 yards? Okay, that's pretty big. What would this be called, this part?
This is blouse, and that's petticoat.
The petticoat.
Yeah.
You don't know how to do this yet?
No.
Okay, so
A
I don't
little.
feel so bad. A little? Okay,
Should
let's
I
see.
show you?
Yes! Despite all the material and work involved putting it on, the sari is an everyday outfit for many Indian women over the age of 15.
You can help me from back.
So is this a sari also?
It's called a Punjabi suit.
And how is it different?
Sari is a skirt, and this is pants and shirt with a scarf.
This is pretty complicated.
First time.
For you?
And then we make it pleats like that.
Okay.
And we make it big pleats. Then could you fix it from the bottom?
Do the different colors of saris mean different things?
Yes. Wedding time is only the red and maroon or the pink color. That's traditional Indian wedding color.
So would it be in, would you get in trouble for wearing pink
Yeah,
now?
they don't allow. Traditional is only red and maroon.
Inside the African art and drum shop, I discovered 11-year-old Isa and her dad Sekou. They have amazing stuff from all over Africa, but they specialize in West African drums. Woo!
Good.
Thank you. That's nice.
That's
Powerful.
good. Thank you.
Why are you such a good drummer?
I guess, I think everyone's a drummer inside because drum is a heartbeat. So just a matter of having opportunity to get what is already in you to get it out.
What's it like spending the whole weekend here?
It's fun. It's fun.
Like 8 hours of drumming all day?
I get to smell a lot of goat, but
Smell from the skins?
yeah,
Yeah. And what do you think of your dad doing this?
he's good.
That's a pretty good job for a dad to have.
Yeah.
Can you give us some basics of how to drum?
Yeah, these drums are very easy. There's a lot. There's all different kind of drums, but I found these drums are quite a bit easier than most drums. The reason that they have a more range. So the drum has about 3 sounds. So we have a bass in the middle here. That's the bass. Under your tone, this is your tone, and your slap. So you got a bass, tone, slap, bass, tone, slap, bass, tone, slap, bass, tone, slap. Anybody could play it. You just pick up and relax with it, and you could play it.
These guys can really play. Jam sessions in Sekou's shop carry on 1,000-year-old traditions. In the African culture, drums are used for more than entertainment. They're valued for their healing power. They're used for celebration as well as for communication. One thing's for sure, these rhythms really move you.
This is beautiful. Oh! I am a princess.
You can do
Oh,
this.
wow. This is beautiful. So you can actually speak Punjabi, right?
Yeah.
And you speak it at home fluently?
Yeah.
Can you teach me something?
Well,
Say, Jenny is a princess.
Jenny Raskumaria.
Jenny Razkumariya. That right?
Yeah.
I doing?
Pretty good.
All right. It's just this skin here?
It's goat skin.
Goat skin.
And the goat's back.
That's the strongest skin, I guess?
Yeah, it's really strong.
Isa's dad is from Gambia, Africa, and her mom is Greek. She loves learning a bit about both cultures. So how come the drum is sort of angled out this way a bit?
Because at the bottom, you need the sound to eject, you need a hole. So in the hole, if the hole's just flat, you don't get the same sound as if so the sound can actually come out from the bottom.
Wow. So you spend time here on the weekend, and what do you do?
Oh, I like to play drums, listen to drums. I like to fool around with the other instruments. I like to play the balafons. There's also some boogadoo drums. There's some dun-duns, which are talking drums. They don't really talk, they just make a different sound than the drum bass or any other drums.
Whoa! I gotta go. Isa, thank you. I gotta go find Jenny. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Okay, see ya. All right, guys, it's that time again.
It's Triviography time, and the question is, what is a moraine?
Rain?
And it's not Jamie with his broken periscope on Manitoulin Island.
Oh, ha ha. And it's not Jennifer either, when she fell out of the canoe in the Miramichi River.
Oh, come on! You've gone too far.
Oh, yeah? Don't get up. We'll get you the answer.
Jenny, is Jamie around?
No, he went to Chinatown to look for you.
He went to Chinatown to look for me? I was supposed to meet him.
Hey, yes, I'm so glad that you both have made it here because it's time for a drum lesson.
Nice hat.
Thank you, I get that in Africa. I go there every morning, and play the drums.
That's impossible.
What do you mean?
Well, it takes like almost 24 hours to get to Africa.
I'm the one is the drum teacher.
Fine.
Okay, the first thing you got to do is smell the lizard skin. Just.
Oh.
That's what you got to do. Go ahead.
That really stinks.
Yeah, that's what you do. And then, the other thing you got to do is, okay, jam with me, okay?
Okay.
That's where we just feel the drum together. Okay, let's go.
Okay, you know what? I should really go and find Jamie, and I really hate to leave you with Eldon.
Bye.
Bye, Eldon.
We'll miss you. Don't worry about here. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, now you drum and I dance.
Quite the dance moves there you got, Eldon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Faster, double time. Oh yeah, that's the best.
Hey, where have you been? I went to the drum shop and I was looking for you.
Well, I was there, and then I was looking for you here.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're here anyway in Toronto's Chinatown, which some say is the second largest Asian community in North America. And we're going to hook up with Leanne Lum-Collette, who's going to show us what Chinatown is all about. The Chinese population in Toronto numbers over 350,000, and navigating Chinatown's shops is an adventure. So she's supposed to be here somewhere.
Yeah, she's wearing a blue coat and a pink hoodie, I think.
Well, she's wearing a blue coat and a pink hoodie.
Hi.
Leanne? Jenny.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So are you going to show us around Chinatown?
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Okay.
What are all these little things?
They're all shrimp.
All different kinds of shrimp.
Yeah.
Do you eat shrimp?
Yeah, I love shrimp.
Yeah? How?
I usually fry it up with some green onions and some soy sauce.
Wow. Yummy.
Yeah.
What are all these things?
Well,
Ducks?
that hanging over there is cashew, and it's barbecue pork.
What about those?
They're roasted chickens.
They're smiling at me.
What's that thing? That's the weirdest one of all.
Those are squid.
Look at all this fruit.
Wow. What interesting fruits.
You don't eat the hair off the ramutans, do you?
No, you peel that part off. You break off the shell, and there's a sweet, kind of like a grape.
It's all hairy.
Oh, you're biting into it. Wow.
See, it's like a
Wow.
eyeball grape inside.
Wow.
Oh, yummy. Look
Really
what's
sweet.
inside.
That's good.
What's that?
Oh, and this
Ew.
just comes off. It's all just kind of like milky, and all these seeds are in there. Whoa.
What about this one?
What's that?
It's a dragon fruit. I'm not quite sure how to get into this one, but
Burst it open. This is a fruit you have to eat with friends.
Wow.
But you can't
wait
open
a
it by
s-
yourself.
Look at this.
wow.
It's like a poppy seed fruit.
Whoa. That's what's in the middle. It's none of these things.
Where have you been? Did you eat that whole dragon fruit?
Oh yeah. And look what I got for desserts.
I don't think you're supposed to eat that.
You sure? It's on a stick. It's a lollipop.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No? But I'm still kind of hungry.
Well, if you're still hungry, I can take you over to meet my grandmother, Jean Lum. We can eat some dim sum.
Dim sum. Oh, that sounds
Okay.
good. Oh, come on, you didn't fall that hard. Okay, guys, you remember the triviography question?
What is a moraine?
A moraine is a pile of rock and soil debris that was collected and dumped by glaciers that traveled across this land thousands of years ago. Toronto's Oak Ridges Moraine is a 160-kilometer long pile of sand and gravel. It's really important to Toronto because this moraine actually acts like a gigantic sponge, absorbing rain and snowmelt. It then filters and cleans this water before it heads off into the river systems. Of the 65 rivers that begin at the Oak Ridges Moraine, 35 of these run through the Greater Toronto Area to Lake Ontario.
We met up with Leanne's grandmother, Jean Lum, at the Lai Wah Heen Dim Sum restaurant. And we learned that Jean was given the Order of Canada in 1976 for her hard work and support of Canada's Chinese population.
Jean moved to Toronto when she was 16 years old and ran her own fruit market near Chinatown. Today, she enjoys sharing her culture with the younger generation as well as her dim sum. Is that the dim
Yeah,
sum
those are
right?
dim sum. Dim sum means touching your heart. People have dim sum, like a get-together. Yeah, dim is like to touch your, sum is your heart. Like when you eat this food, it's supposed to touch your heart. We can start with.
Wow.
Yeah. So let me see, have one of each or something like that. You know, for now.
Okay. I've never used chopsticks
Oh,
properly.
I think we should, and a few forks too, eh?
I'm gonna try. Here we go. Don't laugh at me, Jean.
Yes.
I got it. Mm-hmm. Good. That'll warm you up.
This is like a some kind of noodle. What's on top?
A pastry.
It's pastry?
Rice pastry.
Rice pastry. And it's just filled with.
And then they fill it up with these minced pork. The whole family loves it. They're very popular.
I can see why. It's so good.
I was wondering, how have you been inspired by your grandma Jean?
I've learned a lot about family, and like all through her life, family has been really important to her. I think that that's been carried on through everyone to me.
Hey, I'm here at the Ontario Science Centre, where a display shows you how water can actually move and be stored underground. Check out these 3 tubes. The first one contains grains of rock that are large and loosely packed so water can easily seep through. The second tube has grains that are smaller and densely packed, but it's still permeable, meaning water can still get through. And the last tube contains clay particles whose spaces are too small to allow water to get through. This is known as a confining layer. The layers of soil, rock, and sand under the ground that allow water to travel through them, storing and releasing water, are called aquifers. When water falls to the earth as snow or rain, some of it seeps through the cracks and holes in the earth and into aquifers. It becomes groundwater. There are millions of kilometers of groundwater under our feet. Groundwater is very important because a lot of people and animals rely on it for their drinking water. In Canada, 7.9 million people use groundwater. This includes the entire province of Prince Edward Island. Let's check out how an aquifer and groundwater work. The majority of water on the earth is salt water, so groundwater is what makes up a huge amount of the earth's important usable fresh water. Check out what's happening underground. Under the earth, there is a clay-like sediment that won't allow water to pass through it. It's known as a confining layer. So when water seeps into the earth, it stops at this layer. On top of this layer are porous sediments or sediments that allow water to pass through and become stored. This is the aquifer, which contains the groundwater. These next layers are grasses, and this is my lake. Oh, and here's my lakefront cottage. If groundwater becomes polluted, it stays polluted and we can't use it anymore. Let's say that my cocoa here is a chemical fertilizer or a pollutant that gets dumped on the ground. When it rains, it mixes in with the water. It can run into our lakes as well as sink down into our groundwater. Although the soil can filter out some of the pollutants, it can't get them all. Luckily, the chemicals around my lakefront cottage aren't poisonous. They're delicious.
A fantastic fact about Toronto is that it's home to Canada's largest fruit and produce distribution centre, the Ontario Food Terminal. The terminal covers more than 16 hectares in Toronto's West End, with over 1 million trucks a year arriving and leaving with food from all over the world. Hey, okay, 15 boxes, just a second. In order to have a multicultural city, you have to be able to supply it with multicultural food.
Oh, when they say traveling around Toronto is like traveling across the whole world, they're right. I'm so tired.
Yeah, and a lot of help my universal communicator was. I mean, I can't believe how hard I worked on this. Every word in the world, week after week, translation after translation. Hello, my name is Jamie. Insticular. This doesn't even translate English to English.
Well, what can you do?
Throw it in the garbage, because that's what it is. It's a piece of garbage.
Well, you know, look on the bright side. We did very well without it. We met all different kinds of people, and we did all sorts of good stuff.
That's true. That's true. There's kind of like a natural, universal understanding here.
That's the spirit. See, and look, there's our ferry. Everything's working out great.
We come in peace. We are looking for a place to land, a clearing, 400 by 400 meters. Can anyone understand us? We come in peace. Is anyone listening? We got your signal.